Happiest Hour. Welcome again. Welcome to showing up. Welcome to going up here at the Happiest Hour. You were down, but now you're up. Now you're coming up. How can you stay low with this amount of energy coming at you? The Happiest Hour here at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, and 11:30 GMT. We're actually going to have, I think, some special guests coming up soon for international guests. And the 11:30 GMT is catching on because some people, by the way, that crack that you heard was Arlo by Shaxberry. Arlo, a wild fermented cider straight from the hills of Vermont and right into your liver to annihilate your bad feelings in your brain. Get rid of them, but stay at home. Don't get behind the wheel after you drink Arlo. I'm glad. With that introduction, Lancey Joe, how you doing, man?
Hi. I'm doing well.
Good. We got to do a shout out though, right here at the top before we
Oh
forget,
yes,
before we roll on.
Andrew Lawson.
Andrew Lawson, number one fan.
Yeah, he's feeling a little bit better today, so that's good news.
I was very happy to hear that. We need him. We need him sharing he shares the show every day. He's a good dude.
So great.
Here we are, our number 2 fan coming in right behind him, Rachel Rostina, messaging us from 11:30 GMT. I have to, when I'm off of this, I need to call you and see how it is over there. We were talking about maybe doing a whole bunch of love is coming in from, I think, Andrew. I was talking about visiting Paris earlier today. I'd really love to go back, man. You got any travel plans? I was supposed to be in North Carolina right now.
Were you?
Yeah. For the second time, I attempted to go to North Carolina. The first time, God sent a hurricane to stop me. This time, he sent a plague. So if I try to go a third time, that means locusts.
Yep. That's what it says in the book.
In the good book.
And I was thinking about Paris today, actually, too. I went to Paris. I've only been once, but it was, well, actually twice, but the second time was the airport, mainly.
Yeah, well, that's right. You and Adam Bowman, who we need to have on this show. I don't even know what that guy's up to these days. He's been, I see him like in tiny bits and pieces on Facebook. You know, but we need to catch up with him. But you and him went over to Paris and got some famous photos. I don't know how you handled those crowds. They heard you were coming and they lined up right at the airport.
Beatlemania. It was intense. I mean, traveling with Adam is hard to do.
Yeah,
period.
Really, why? What's the? Is that challenging of a travel companion?
Absolutely not. We had a great time. It was really fun. And two, we were both just excited about going to Paris. It was both our first times in Paris, so we were super excited.
It's a great city, man. It's lovely. It's smelly. It's a city of 1,000 smells. If you go there, in the same street, in the same block as you're walking, you'll get fresh baked bread, wine, old, like probably vomit from last night, homeless person BO, perfume, and then flowers, and like in 100 feet. Your nose does not know what to do as you wander around that city.
It's super romantic because all the BO. The BO releases endorphins in your brain.
That's why I fit right in.
Yeah.
I can't handle. I just got a new deodorant. This is great. This is Rachel will and Andrew will love this. I just got a new deodorant, and this. Do you switch deodorants and then like your armpits like burn? Does that happen to you? Is that just me?
Yeah. Well,
I feel like that's like a sign that I should see a doctor.
I'm not sure if it's like burning out your glands and glandulars in your armpits. I know there's a lot of glands in your armpits.
Yeah, it's burning out my glands. That's my penis is burning since I put this deodorant
on. Yeah, but I don't switch deodorant very often. Every now and then, the deodorant I wear is the Aqua de Gio that comes with my cologne. You know how it comes with the little stick of deodorant?
Aqua de Gio.
Aqua de Gio.
Aqua de Gio. That's like right up there next to Drakkar Noir. Every Armenian dude I knew in Detroit just bathed in Drakkar Noir.
We got into... it wasn't on this show. I think it was on my show. We got into a big, long conversation about cologne one day, and that one came up.
Probably my third favorite city in Germany after Munich and Mannheim.
is what's
Cologne.
it called? Cologne. I was like, is there a Dakar?
Drakkar Noir. Pleased to meet you. My name is Hans. I am from Drakkar Noir. It is a very smelly city in Germany.
See you.
Mostly there we manufacture tracksuits.
I want to wear a
God.
tracksuit. That's cool.
You should, dude. I feel like if anybody could get away with it, you know who wears a lot of them is Matthias Muscal. You know the comedian
Oh yeah.
here in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
He wears he wears a blue tracksuit sometimes because of in homage to Dave Metz. I think there's a lot of inside baseball. We do a lot of inside baseball on this show. I feel like. Have you? Oh, I remember what I was going to ask you. What's the? Do you have? You know, you were talking earlier traveling with Adam Bowman. Traveling with somebody is tricky sometimes because if you travel with the wrong person, you just ruined your whole trip. And
yes.
I'm afraid that I've been that person to other people before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they want to go and hang out, and I'm like, we need to go to the castle. Did you know that this castle was actually built in 1211? And that like, and I just go. You know what I mean? This castle can actually house 3 different units of the British Army, and
I think I like that about people like you. You got like a dad thing going where you're like, no, kids, we're going here, and then we're going here, and I've got the whole day plotted out.
Yeah. It's about the only time in my life I plan anything.
The problem with traveling with me is if you're relying on me to go somewhere like that with you, I would love to do that. Yeah. But it has to be after I sleep in. I have to sleep in. That's my vacation, is sleeping in.
Yeah.
And that's my regular life too.
When you were a kid, did you go on vacations when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Where did you guys go?
We went to like Disney World a couple of times.
What?
And,
really?
Mm-hmm.
God damn, dude, that's so good.
Yeah, it was great. My dad worked for FedEx, so he got good airline prices.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains the FedEx vest you had. My first memory of
you
is you wearing that FedEx vest. And Lancey was on stage at the Underground Lounge, the now semi-defunct Underground Lounge. I guess they're all defunct now. They've gone the way of Grand Defunct Railroad. And
who's gone defunct? Everybody's defunct.
We've gone defunct. Better have that defunct. There's a bar going down in town. There's a whole lot of bars closing down.
Oh, we've gone defunct. We've gone defunct.
Sing it, Parliament.
We need to add Dylan now. He's just going to come out with a bass guitar.
I don't even know if he's watching. I'm so sad that he wasn't on for that exactly. That was Dylan's jam. He would have. Oh my god. And then he would have made some comment like, "You got such a sweet baritone, Lemon," or something. He would say as he's holding his Bud Light. Dylan. I need to have kids and stay friends with Dylan so that they can see him as their uncle. They need to see this is Uncle Dylan.
Yes. This kind of fly-by-night
I love
uncle.
him so much, and I love him so much, and I always feel like he's one step away of just like, he's always been, if I've ever invited him to something and he showed up, he's always super appropriate and he's very nice and he's very like supportive and stuff. But he's always a wild card. Like I'm like, I don't know if he could show up and be like, you know, wearing a tank top made of old hemp or something.
Well, we also need to get Tyler involved in this.
Tyler, I think he's back in Ohio right now.
Is he?
Yeah, this is Tyler Ross for everybody watching. This is who he is. He's
let's explain Tyler here for a second. So if y'all have watched any of the past couple of episodes Dylan's been on, Tyler is his counterpart, which is
the R2D2 to his C3PO.
Yes. And they're complete opposites, it seems, their personalities. But they make it like, that's why they're such a good like 1-2 punch.
That's true. That's why they're a good team. Damn it, I lost the plot here. We were talking about something before we went down to defunct. Lancey wore a FedEx vest, and that was the first time I met you and I remembered you. You were so funny on stage. I was
I
like,
appreciate
God damn
that.
it, this guy. That was a lot of fun, man. That was a blast. That period. That was like 5 years ago. How crazy is that to think about? And
Man.
still none of us are famous.
The cool thing about Underground Lounge though is when you were there, even when there were 3 people in the audience, that is 2 other comedians and like one person who was just lost in Wrigleyville somehow.
Yep.
You still felt like you were making it because that place has got a comedy feel to it.
It really does. It's kind of I remember talking with you remember the other Brendon Murphy, who used to go around. There can be only one.
The first person I really met in Chicago.
Yeah, well, you guys ran that show with Tristan at another place in Chicago. I know this is inside baseball, everybody, but Brendon Murphy and I at one point thought about making an offer to that guy to try to turn that place into a comedy club. Because it would have been perfect. Like it would have sat only a few people. You just had all we would have done is chock it full of comedians. I already had a liquor license. Like everything was going on. Mm-hmm. And then and then Brendon got married and I did whatever the fuck it is I'm doing. So
yeah. I got married to the game. I married the game and my life is horrible.
That's not what your tie or your beautiful background says.
Yeah, this is all accoutrement of the game.
This is barrier to entry for the game. If you don't have a great background and a tie,
Dude,
what are you doing?
This is green screen. This is not real.
I told Zoom to blur my background, and this is what came up. I think there's a great. You ever see the movie Elizabeth? It's about Queen Elizabeth I, starring Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett. I almost said Katharine Hepburn. That would have been kind of weird. Katharine Hepburn. She was 100 in the movie. Anyway,
I'm the Queen of Elizabeth.
The whole movie is I'm Queen Elizabeth.
That's what I was trying to do.
Of course,
I did the wrong
I'm Queen Elizabeth. What's funny is that Kate Blanchett played Katharine Hepburn in The Aviator. So I wasn't so crazy.
Yeah.
It was not as crazy as it looked, everybody.
It wasn't as crazy as Howard Hughes.
If I was as rich as Howard Hughes was rich, I would be as crazy as Howard Hughes.
Well, he invented PayPal. My question, Elon Musk has all this money because he invented PayPal originally.
Yeah.
Right? How does PayPal pay that much money? Meanwhile, eBay, whoever invented eBay is not that rich. eBay, the only way PayPal's making any money is through eBay. Where's old man eBay? That's what I want to know.
Old man eBay. So here's the thing that you need to know about eBay is that eBay was founded in 1867 by Jedediah eBay. And he did it because he had too many Beanie Babies that he could not sell properly. So he needed to access other markets and created an alternative to big auction houses.
Well, back in those days, Beanie Baby suffrage was a huge deal.
A lot of people don't know this, but all Beanie Babies were once alive in the year 1860. And They were all killed tragically because of their beautiful inside beans. And what we have today, this is the best moment on this show, is because if I can get Lance to do what you just did, just like,
You can back me into a corner with a hot Beanie Baby take.
Let me tell you about. Don't get me started on Beanie Babies. I wrote a 2-part thesis on Beanie Babies for my undergrad, and I thought about going into grad school for Beanie Babies, but people said don't do it. That's a rabbit hole that you don't want to climb down.
Well, it seems lucrative, but it's not.
It's lucratish, is what it is. It's on the corner. It's on the corner of lucrative and completely destitute, which is only 3 blocks away from Happy and Wellness, which is where Walgreens is.
Yeah,
So,
and also CVS, because CVS is at every corner that Walgreens is at on the other corner.
when I was at one time this is years ago, I lived in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I drove around the town, and every single corner that had a Walgreens had a Rite Aid across the street. Every single one.
Yeah.
Like there had to have been 100 Rite Aids and 100 Walgreens in a 6-block radius.
Right. The gang warfare between the pharmacies is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. If you walk into one of them with the wrong pant leg rolled up, you're taking your life in your hands.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get the right type of...
It's like how much the economy can't support that many fucking Walgreens and Rite Aids. It's like the tulip bulb bubble of pharmacies.
Well, a friend of mine is a pharmacist, and he said that, I think it was Walgreens and CVS, that the owner of CVS was married, I think the owner of CVS was married to whoever owned Walgreens. Yeah. It's married to the game. This is a green screen.
I'm excited to we got to bring on our guest here in a couple of minutes, Steph Charaska. So you don't really know Steph.
No.
I figured out. I somehow thought you guys knew each other. She's a comedian. She's very funny. She's a very creative, talented woman who does all kinds of set design all over the world, to be honest, and all over the U.S. Although coronavirus has really thrown a monkey wrench into the creative endeavors of anyone who does performance art, I suppose, right now.
That was quite a sentence.
It really...
The coronavirus has thrown a monkey wrench into the endeavors of any of the endeavors of
I
what?
need to close my big closer on stage should be me impromptu doing a TED Talk. It should just be me like pontificating on some completely esoteric subject that the audience creates, and I'm just like, and then I'll tie it all up in the end or something, and that's my Chris Turner freestyle rap moment, basically. It's my big closer. Have you seen Lemon at the Cellar? He closed 10-minute closer about landing on Mars. It was unbelievable. He did 7 minutes on soil nutrients.
How mushrooms communicate.
Mycophonology.
Big shout out to my sponsor, Louisiana Iced Tea. Thank you so much, Louisiana. Family owned since 1902. Y'all get out and get some Louisiana.
Louisiana Iced Tea.
Also, Dentine Ice. Nothing's cooler than ice. Nature's Bounty Ginkgo biloba. When you reach for the Ginkgo biloba in your pantry, reach for Nature's Bounty.
Oh my God, dude! You got another one? Want to do another one before we bring Steph on here?
I don't have anything else around. Here we go.
What's around you?
Scotch tape.
Scotch tape.
Brought to you by the good people at 3M. Grab some Scotch tape.
All right, I'm bringing her on here. We've reached the bottom of the barrel. We're bumping Scotch tape on this show. That's how far we've fallen. She's gonna be picking up here in 1 second. Once again, we almost always run into. Hey, Stephanie, there she's.
Hello.
Hello. Are you on? Are you on here? You ready?
Yeah.
I love that you just sent me an image.
Can you? I'm such a fucking Luddite.
Yeah, you want to turn your camera on, by the way.
It's trying to go on.
Right,
there we go.
Is it on your phone? There we go. Hey!
Hey!
Oh, you got to rotate it.
It's on my phone. Shit. Hang on. Here we go.
This is always the most exciting part of every episode. Yep. You got to rotate 180.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
It's coming around. Cheers.
Got some serious mom game going on. Shit.
You're looking.
Here we go.
You're looking nice. You're looking good. Cheers.
Thank
by the
you.
Way. What you drinking?
I'm drinking a margarita right now.
Damn, with the salt rim and everything.
Absolutely.
So I'd like to introduce you to Lancey Joe. I'm sorry, I thought you guys knew each other, by the way, before the show.
Nope. I think I saw you at a mic once, but that could be said of any person in Chicago.
It might have been the mic that he did where he closed Madison Square Garden. I remember that mic.
I closed that mic once.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. That was a great one.
I'm getting some severe echo right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of
is that
echo
just
on
on my behalf?
it. Do you have a headset, by the way, Steph? You could toss on there.
Yes, I do.
There we go. Yeah. Well, this is what happens when you record live. Is you gotta wander through all kinds of different problems.
We're gonna riff.
You gotta dip and dive. You gotta shuck it. You gotta shuck and dive. You gotta bob and dart when you're on this thing. You think anybody can do this? You think anybody with a credit card can do this? Oh my gosh, man! The happiest hour is happy to bring on Steph Charaska. You were in a dangerous situation when this whole thing began. You were over on the East Coast and then had to make your way back to Chicago. I think we might have lost her. This is wait, there she is.
There it is. Yeah.
There she is. She's setting it up. Pardon me. I was saying you were in a dangerous situation when this whole thing began and had to make your way back all the way to Chicago.
Dude, it was crazy. I was out in Connecticut and South Pacific. I was in the middle of making this beautiful palm tree that I'm so sad I had to leave.
Oh, yeah. It was for a play, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, South Pacific the musical. Like, bother that whole shit.
I love this connection. It sounds like you're coming from the South Pacific.
But like I was
There we go. We're good. We got you.
But yeah, and that's cool. I feel like such a fucking mom when I do these conference things. But yeah, I had to leave unexpectedly because basically they're like, Connecticut's gonna lock down soon. You should go back. I'm like, okay, that sounds great, fabulous. I'm not gonna get on a plane. I'm not gonna get into a bus station. A train sounds like so I rented a car and like hightailed it back to Chicago. I stopped at a national park on the way because, you know, live life while you can. Big nature before you have to like see the four walls of your fucking apartment old.
Yeah, you need to go out and visit nature before Donald Trump gets elected a second time. He's gonna shut it down. I say.
I thought this was supposed to be a happy hour.
It's the happiest hour. Speaking of, by the way, real quick, I need to do a shout out to all the Manistee folks. My family in Michigan is all tuned in now. I think they've been wondering what the hell I've been doing in this closet. What have you been doing? And turns out
that's not what they meant. That's not what they meant when they said that.
Yeah, I've been wondering what I've been doing too.
Gloria's wondering.
I mean, it looks like you've been prospecting somewhere.
Yeah, right. This isn't
Have you found any gold yet?
Hey, Brendon having a beard is a little on the nose. Yeah, it's been a bit ridiculous, but I'm glad you guys are tuning in, Manistee. Steph, so you were working on a number of places. You almost went to Japan, I think, right? To do a set
I almost went to Japan. Yeah. I'm a scenic artist, so basically people give me pictures of what they want it to look like, and I'm like, all right, I can make that happen for you. I'll paint this wood to look like wood. Fabulous.
Wood to look like wood.
It's literally 80% of my job.
Well, you were supposed to go to
can you make that look like a walnut? Dude, I had so much travel booked this fucking year. I was like, I'm living my best life. I'm a jet setter. Watch out, world. Here I come. And then coronavirus.
Oh my
super
God.
depressed about it. Yeah, because like I made the decision while I was in Connecticut. I'm like, you know what? I can't do the Edinburgh thing anymore. I pulled the plug. The guy was like, hey, you're still going to be on the hook for like 20% of the space. I'm like, sure, I will.
In Edinburgh, they shut it down, and you were still responsible.
No.
Got it.
I shut it down before they shut it down, and they're like, we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to keep it open. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, no one's going to meet in public spaces in that capacity in like 2 years.
Oh, no way. And I was
Like,
I was so
crazy.
sad. I was so excited to go to Edinburgh this year too.
I was bummed. I was so bummed. I had like the housing that they had me staying in Connecticut, could hold 6 people. Like there were 2 full-size fridges there. It like could handle a lot of people. I was the only person there.
So you lived in a mansion. You were living in a mansion in
Basically.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm in the closet.
Like you do. We all have the choices we make in life.
I guess so. You were going to produce a show. I mean, you used to produce the show in Chicago. Basically it was like
That's Starling Parlor.
Yeah, it was really fun. I did it once. I made fun of a bunch of dudes who looked like they were in Fast and the Furious. But it was like a variety show. It was a lot of fun. You had a bunch of different kinds of you know a lot of different eclectic and talented people, I think.
Yeah, I do. I've been doing theater in Chicago for about 10 years. So you meet a bunch of different people that way. And I've been doing comedy for about 3 now or so. So at this point in time, I just feel like I know the whole entertainment network of Chicago. It's just like, sure, let me throw together a show where all of my friends are playing. Perfect. Done. I love it.
I'm just lucky
to have such talented friends.
I'm doing the same thing on this thing, except with me and Lancey and a whole bunch of ne'er-do-wells. I can only say that word.
Very gracious.
I can only say the word ne'er-do-well with this beard.
I would say so. Yeah. I would suggest you get a comb and maybe some like beard oil.
I put beard balm on it every day. Yeah, I need to do a shout out.
You need to get something different.
Yeah, I need to do a shout out to my beard sponsor, Pete Weishaupt, who's probably watching. He's a great dude, and he's going to be a guest on this thing soon enough. He runs a company called Valhalla Legend Beard Oil, and you can only say it like that or while holding an axe. So one of the two. I don't have an axe around here. So he has the company. He sponsors my beard. He's a wonderful man.
Nice. Brush it out.
I gotta go brush it out. So Steph, so you had all kinds of travel plans. Where were you supposed to be right now? Were you still supposed to be in Connecticut or somewhere else?
It's May. It's like the first 2 weeks of May. First 2 weeks of May, I would be in Chicago right now before I went back to New York for about 3 months.
That's Lancey's hometown.
Dude, yeah, very cool. Neato.
That's why I still go off Greenwich time.
That's why we announce it. Greenwich Mean Time. It's the meanest time there is.
The mean streets of Greenwich.
The mean streets of Greenwich.
With Phoebe and Ross and Rachel. The whole gang's there.
I wonder if they prefer Rite Aid or Walgreens. That crew.
They're
clearly Rite Aid.
Oh my God.
Clearly a Rite Aid
They're
crowd.
a Rite Aid crowd.
Let's be serious.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this has been. How's your quarantine been going? You've been sticking around. You have roommates here, I think, don't you?
I have roommates. Thank God. If I was doing this by myself, I would be in a whole different mental state right now. But yeah, I have roommates, and we're all on different body clock schedules. Because like my ideal time is like my body likes to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and then like ideally, if I let her have her way, she's down by 9 p.m. every night. Like
You're like a grandma already.
I am a grandma. I am a grandma with amazing skin.
You really do. You
great.
actually look fantastic. Your skin looks amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, like
Oh, that leg. Oh boy, that leg.
it's fine. Apartment all to myself, which is great. And then everybody wakes up around noon, pretty much, and
Yeah, and Lancey Joe is on that plan. Lancey is on the Grand Theft Auto until 5 a.m. plan. He just started San Andreas, so the guy is putting in the hours like a new job.
I went to bed last night at 3, and I felt as productive as I've ever felt in my life.
Hey, you gotta hit those goals, man. Like GTA is so hard to kick as a habit because they just have so many mini, tiny, rewarding goals thrown away. Like, that's a little one. I could totally do that. Oh, that's another little one. I could do that. I could do that. And then it's like, how the hell did I just spend 4 days in the same?
Wait a minute. Steph, you play GTA?
How did this happen?
Finally, somebody who relates to Lancey.
Way back when.
Well, I looked up
I never got really far in it. I just never had drive.
I looked up last night on YouTube. I saw these speedrunners in Europe. They beat Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in like an hour and a half.
What?
Yeah, but they know every.
You really enjoy it though.
Yeah, for them, it's like about the competition, you know.
Right. Every single step they took, every move they made, they would explain what they were doing.
Every breath they take, every move they make.
I called the police.
They look at that game and they go, "Can't you see? You belong to me." That is the creepiest fucking song.
No,
that song is so creepy.
Yes, it is. But didn't Biggie sample it?
Yeah, he did. It
Puff
wasn't
Daddy.
Biggie. It was P. Diddy, then Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
I'll be missing you.
Yes.
And you're like, what? Puffy has emotions? Like, it was very strange for me as a 9-year-old watching that. That margarita glass.
Now,
Stephanie, that margarita glass screams, "Get back in the pool" to some children. That's what it feels like.
Hey!
I bought this in-ground pool so you would leave me alone.
Off of them. Stop touching your brother. Stop poking her.
That's the same margarita glass.
This is my mommy juice.
This is the same margarita glass every aunt of mine had, and they would have a hose, and they would just be like, "Get back in the pool."
I mean, that's what I strive to be in my life. Like, I have a niece and a nephew now. They're out in Idaho, but like, I want to be crazy Aunt Steph that they want to like run away to when they're preteens. We're like, you don't understand me, Mom. Aunt Steph will understand me in Chicago. Like, that's gonna be me. I want to be that aunt.
Listen,
Like,
your Aunt Stephanie. Listen, your Aunt Stephanie.
That's the advice.
Is all over the place. I feel like I am that person with
living
some
her
people.
best life.
Yeah, she's living her best life. Have you seen her margarita cup? It's amazing.
It's big as my head.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am. I don't know how you. I love that I messaged you about this. I need to tell you. I need to share this with the crowd. Well, I messaged you about this I don't know how you're doing it every day. I don't know how I'm doing it every day. I don't know how anybody's doing it every day. But like we're working on a creative project, which maybe we'll talk about in a little bit. But I messaged you today, and I'm like, hey, do you want to be a guest on? Or 2 days ago. Jesus Christ, the second cider is really hitting me. And I was like, do you want to be a guest on the show? And you messaged back, finally an excuse to put a bra on, which was, I like dropped my phone. I thought that was so funny.
I mean, yeah. Why wear them unless you have to? They're torture devices.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never worn one.
At the same time. Like, it's just, you try it. You're in quarantine. What else have you got to do? Like,
it's 2020. Somebody has got to manufacture bras for men. Somebody has to do that online. In fact, I'm looking it up right now.
In the Victorian era, it was commonplace for men to corset.
Wait, what?
There was a culture of corseting across. Yeah. Like, how do you think those guys got their waist to be so fucking tiny?
Oh my god.
That wasn't natural.
What the fuck? This is real. Holy crap. This is a real...
Like...
What? This is nuts. I'm looking this up online right now. Oh, wait. No, that's a Photoshop picture. Sorry.
But, like, there's definitely, like, men and women alike know how to control their shapes with seeing whale bones and corseting and
whale bones.
You can modify any shape.
Well, there's this whole men's shapewear thing. Have you seen this? I saw this for some reason. Okay, so I'm in New York, and I'm on Instagram, and for some reason Instagram, because I'm in New York, automatically assumes I'm like looking for the gayest possible like clothing options I could possibly look for. And I said, good job. No, I was like, what? But one of the things was men's shapewear. And it was like, how do you, it's like how women have shapewear. It's like, it'll like give you a six pack. Like it's a weird little tiles that you put on as an undershirt. It's so weird.
Women can buy a whole new butt.
That's exactly what it is.
At the end of the night.
Yeah, you buy a whole new butt. Every single model looked like Lancey.
Yeah, my butt has abs. If you look closely at my butt, it has a six pack.
And you have to tell me your exercise regimen then. Like that's insane. My goal for 2020, because I threw out my back last year. My goal for 2020 is more side, because like my physical therapist is like, you don't have enough, and I'm like, I don't get enough either.
By the way, Stephanie, my mother just said hello. She's watching live.
Hello.
You said your back surgeon told you that?
Physical therapist.
Physical therapist. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. Because like when they say you should be lifting with your legs, it's actually like lifting with your side butt instead. Like you don't lift with your back, lift with your legs. Right. It's talking about like the top part of your legs, not like your quads and stuff as much. It's like all in your butt. It's crazy.
It's all butt.
I talked about lifting lots of things. So much butt.
So he was saying you need to get more? Is that what?
Well, I need to develop more, but I also made a joke there.
Oh, I see.
Right.
You need to get more ass. I get it. Whackity schmackity doo. You I find and the good job, Brendon. And the last horse finally crosses the finish line. That's man. You know what you can do? I've been doing this in this tiny closet. You can do squats. I've been doing 30 squats every hour for 9 hours, so 10 sets across the day. It's pretty easy, and you know what? It feels really good, and it's better than buying men's shapewear.
I mean, you could do both. That's what women do.
Then I could have a little shelf behind me that I can put my drink on.
I mean, it's one of the best things about lounging, because, like, sometimes if you're in the right kind of bra, it is a table if you're laying back. You know, like, snacks, beverage on the side, because you don't trust that on anything with shape.
I feel like women with big boobs can, like, hide things in there.
Oh, yeah.
And they,
I like...
You could be
like
a spy so
bag.
easily. You could so easily be a spy. Because nobody's going to be like, pardon me, miss, let me check your breasts. Like, nobody's going to do that.
No one's going to check your asshole either.
Hey, maybe if I'm lucky.
We all know you're thirsty.
What a wonderful... I love that my mother's watching this crap. So...
Is your mom really watching?
She really is.
Sorry.
My mother's really... She said... I gave her a shout out, and she said, hey.
What's your mom's first name?
Karen.
Sorry, Miss Karen.
Sorry, Miss Karen.
Did you buy her a present yet for the weekend?
I haven't. I need to do that. Yeah.
Weekend, guys.
Well, they're coming into... They need to come pick up some stuff, and when I see them, so I'm going to have to make them a nice dinner or something when they come into town.
I'm going to tell my mom I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. She's got something on the way. No, Mom, I forgot. It hadn't even happened yet.
Boy.
Also, my UK family is watching. Also, Steph? Have you ever? I mean, have you been over to the UK before?
Yeah, I went right after I graduated from high school. We were part of the Fringe Fest back then, which was such a cool thing to do right before I went to college. And yeah, I've wanted to go back ever since. Cause when they told, because like I was 18 at the time, so clearly I could drink in the UK. The UK did not care. But I got a stern talking to by my teachers were like, if you drink while you're over there, we will send you home. And I'm like, I don't want to go home. Like, I don't want to drink that much. Like, it's not that exciting. I'd much rather, do Fringe Festival. But I want to go now and get drunk and, like, stories in bars until they close, if they close.
They'll close at 4 a.m., especially depending on what city you're in. But we went out drinking when we were in Edinburgh, Lance. That was
what if my mom's watching? We can't discuss this. I had one IPA and I was beside myself.
I remember watching that. You finished about half of it, and I remember you put it down and started shaking.
My true feelings for that romantic weekend I just had with Bowman came out. Bowman and I just arrived from Paris and Edinburgh, and we were. I don't know how that joke ends.
Yeah, I think we knew how it ended that weekend. It was you guys. It was a lot of fun. I feel like we went out. I kind of missed that also. There was a place in Edinburgh that now, tragically, Steph, you and I can now not go visit this summer because of the coronavirus.
I'm so sad.
I know it's bad, but there was a place called The Hive. And I remember it was in, like, the catacombs of Edinburgh. It was like a dungeon. And they gave €1 whiskey shots at the bar. €1. And it was like, it was so bad. It was like, you remember that Mulaney bit that, like, it's nickel shotting on it, O'Halligans.
Yeah,
it was exactly like that. Like, we went out, and it was like the place that everybody went to just I mean, completely black out.
Get
It was
wasted.
insane. And I've now stopped drinking as much as I used to. So I went, and I was like the old man of the group because I was like 30, 31, and everybody, and it's like fucking, I mean, Nick Ogle, Josh Otusanya, Bill Petit, like Dylan Scott, like it was that whole crew of people were all out there just hitting it as hard as they could. It was pretty wild. I wonder what bars are going to be like when this thing opens back up, because it's probably going to be pretty crazy. People are really tired of being inside.
They're tired of being inside, and they're wicked horny.
Oh yeah,
Like everybody, everybody just wants to rub on people. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm so worried because like I made solid choices for like my romantic future before this stupid pandemic where I'm like, yes, I've made positive choices and I want these certain things in my life and these are the things I'm looking for. We're going to do positive stuff for Steph. Now I just want to bang anything that moves. And I'm so worried about how far this is going to set me back.
Are you on the swipe apps? Are you on the dating apps?
No, I can't stand them.
I'm not on them either. Yeah, I can't. It's
Bullshit.
No, I'm not. I was, but I'm not.
I was yesterday. I was an hour ago.
Nah, I mean it was further back than that, but yeah, I'm not anymore for sure. It's too ridiculous. I feel like I have too many. How can I date when I have to focus on this show? My life partner is on this show, and that's Lancey Joe.
Oh, I thought you were going to say comedy.
Aww.
No, I'm married to you because I'm married to the man who's married to the game.
Yes. And she's jealous. Well, do you go out for walks and stuff? Or have you been like inside 24/7?
I'm very fortunate to have a balcony that I have a hammock on.
Nice.
So I spend a lot of time out there. I do get out for like groceries or like when I have to like go get ice cream because I'm gonna scream. Like that kind of stuff. But that's like maybe once a week tops.
What neighborhood are you in?
I'm in Wrigleyville, so none of these fuckers are wearing masks.
They need to wear masks on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing accounting for good taste.
I haven't seen many people. I'm also in Wrigleyville, and I don't think I've seen many people outside at all with masks on. I feel like they have been distancing. Like people have been keeping space between one another, but nobody's wearing a mask. Like, so far as I can tell, there are house parties still happening. Like, it's. If
I wasn't such a staunch Midwesterner and like my passive aggressive nature didn't make me the way I am, I would be screaming at some of these people or like, wear the fucking mask. Like, I would have this giant fucking glass and be like, don't put your mask on, god damn it. It just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts, but it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do.
Oh man!
Like, and it doesn't hurt. And it's irritating, but it doesn't hurt anybody. Stop being selfish pricks. I'm drinking whiskey now.
Oh, you've moved on. Steph's had enough of this bullshit. One of the things that I feel like you've had that aesthetic since I met you, which is this kind of like, ugh, I've had enough of this. Like, and it's
a good attitude to have for comedy.
It really is, and it's funny because she brings it to all the shows you've ever produced. They don't have that attitude in the show. They have an attitude of like relief from that. Like, and it makes sense to me because I feel like all of the shows that I've been to that you produced have always been like, ugh, can you believe we're done with that?
Oh yeah, it comes from doing events pretty much my entire adult life. Like I I thrive on throwing them together. Like, I love putting together a lineup that's bomb. And I like figuring out where the music goes so it flows the right way so people feel like they can talk a little bit. Like, I love curating the experience. I love hosting the experience. Yeah. And then I'm over the experience once it's over. Because, like,
you're a natural mom.
Ephemeral.
Yeah.
I am. But I'm not the cool mom. I am the responsible mom you talk to when your heart is
I'm
broken.
the mom you call when you need when you need wood to look like wood. That's the mom I am.
You call me. You call me first. I love you no matter what. You call me.
I wish you would have gotten so many. Let me ask you this question. In college, were you the friend that everybody came to when they were like, "Oh my God, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm at a party. Like, can you come and get me?" Were you like that friend?
No. There was this one time, because we were all idiots in freshman year, where we started drinking Smirnoff with no mixers at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes, started at 3 a.m. in the morning. Oh, my gosh. And so there was this Russian guy there. We're all theater people, so we're like, yeah, we could drink with the best of them. So there's this Russian guy. We're drinking vodka, and then there's this, she's my hallmate in the dorms, Ashley. And she decides that it's a smart idea to go shot for shot with the Russian.
Oh, my God. What?
And
it's like 12 of Smirnoff. And so she's like 12 shots in. And she's just out. And, like, I literally, like, strapped her foot to my foot, put her arm over my arm, and just, like, puppeted her to the back to the dorm.
Oh, my God.
It was crazy. I stayed with her until she, like, puked and sludge. And then I'm like, great, you're going to live.
So
Fabulous.
I got to tell this story real quick. So one of the drunkest times I've ever been in my entire life was in Germany. I went to a friend's house. I met this woman, like, in Colorado, of all places, and we got to be pretty good friends, and I messaged her because I was in Europe. This is in 2013. I was out there doing comedy, and she was like, come visit my family in just outside of Mannheim. It'll be awesome. It'll be a really good time. You can stay with us. It'll be wonderful. Margarita Kernick, and hopefully she ends up watching this. But I go there, and her mother is Russian. And so they have a party because apparently that's a very German, Eastern European thing to do, is like, we have a guest, we're having a party.
You're here!
You're a guest, and we want everybody to meet you. Everybody is welcome to come out. So it was just lovely. They were lovely people, and they had a wonderful party. And at the beginning of the party, her mother said to me, Brendon, what do you drink? And I was like, Mrs. Kernick, anything you have, I'll be happy to drink it. Beer, wine, whatever. She goes, we have beer, we have wine, we have vodka. And I'm like, I'll have a beer. And she goes, you will have vodka. And every single time I finished a shot, she would fill up the cup again. And this is a woman who could have ripped a tree out of the ground. She was such a big Russian woman. And, like, I was blackout drunk, and it was bad news. The only photo I have from that whole thing is on Facebook, and it's me we went for a walk, and I fell down into a bush on the side of the road, and it's me giving like 2 thumbs ups from the bush. It's the only, I have no memory of this. Russians are bad news, Steph.
Yeah, and they have vodka antibodies. That's what y'all don't know.
Yeah, I really think that's the case.
They per capita drink the most out of any people in the world.
I've never drank per capita
believe
before.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
In college, I drank with some Sigma per cappas.
Oh, Greek life.
That's such a stupid joke.
You're your dad joke matches your dad beard.
I know, it's bad. I look like I got to have a kid somewhere with this beard.
When
See,
the video
that's
cast,
the nice thing about being a woman. Like, I know whether or not that happens.
You're right. It's the one upside is that you're not hounded by a...
Like, literally, that's it. That's the only plus. You're like, that one's not mine.
Oh, my God.
Nope.
By the way, Mackenzie Rivers said, CJ Craig of the West Wing. I'm your first call, she exclaims. You get into trouble, you call me first. You think you got into trouble, you call me first. That's who I am. That's what I do. I'm the first call. Steph, you're the...
I love CJ Craig, and I will be the CJ Craig of everything.
Oh, my God. My distant cousin in Oxford just said, you can have Noah, which is his kid. So I can take your kid. Great, man. Oh, my gosh. Steph, we need to wind up soon, man. It's been great to have you on here. Where can people follow you? Where can people get after you?
You can find me on Instagram most easily. It's Char, Darling, DARLING. Or StephCharaska.com is where you can see all of the crazy adventures I go on, all of the crazy painting I do, all the crazy life I get to live.
That's awesome. That's Char.Darling on Instagram, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Hell
you
yeah.
got it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us to the Happiest Hour. We got to wind on up. And come back. Tune in. We need to have you back on here. And you and I need to talk. I need to.
You owe me notes, motherfucker.
I know. I do. We need to talk about the project we're working on, which we'll have you back on when that thing is about to release, and we'll talk about it. It'll be pretty cool.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, man. What a charming
You're
lady.
gonna have...
She a charming lady, man.
yeah, she's cool.
That was sorry for stepping all over that conversation.
Oh no. No, it was fun. The reception was a little iffy at times, but
it's a little challenging because of bandwidth issues. But I kind of feel like I feel whenever we have a guest who has like problems like that, Lance, I just feel like we're reporters from the BBC who are talking to like someone on the edge of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just did this automatic. What was that?
Pardon me. Where is everybody on the BBC has the same? My buddy Luke Thompson has this joke he's a British comedian, but he has this joke where everyone on the BBC sounds like this. Pardon me, Stephanie, I'm getting some interference on our end. Is it me or is it you? We're not sure here at home office, but either way, like they have such a very particular way of speaking on that thing.
I always feel like the NBC logo is going to come up and just say technical difficulties. I'm like, where is that damn logo? Where's the peacock?
The peacock. That was to display that they're like, we're in color. It's 1967. It's pretty groovy, man.
You remember back in those days, we were glued to the TV during Vietnam.
I couldn't be dragged away from it.
No. That or when a Beatles album was dropped on iTunes.
Beatles album was dropped on iTunes. Just like I remember that, they dropped one without even announcing it. They took a page out of Beyonce's book.
Yeah.
Do that.
They were like, we did it before Beyonce.
We did it before them. We're from Liverpool. Pardon me, do you know where the restroom is?
Do you think the Beatles were in the Illuminati too, or just...
No, just the Rolling Stones. I think
the Rolling Stones were?
Yeah, man. Listen to their songs. I'm Not Your Beast of Burden.
Oh my gosh. It was right under my nose the whole time.
Just like my beard.
Yeah, just like your beard.
Oh my God, dude. We are like over time. That was a lot of fun. This has been great. I know I say this at the end of every show, but like this has been so much fun. I'm looking forward to keeping this going. And when my beard is much bigger and longer.
Yeah, this beard is going to be the actual symbol for this show's run life.
Oh man, Abe Rabinowitz just like this. I hope he's doing well.
He was on my show last night.
Oh shit!
And,
yeah,
dude, he did an impression of his dad. Oh my gosh! If y'all want to see some good entertainment, go to hour 2 of Lancey Joe on Venmo last night. Oh,
pop it on. If you can pop the link on this thing, you should do it because I would love to watch that. He's a funny motherfucker, man. He is one of the funniest dudes. I love watching him on stage.
Yeah.
Well, we should wind up. Who you got on Lancey Joe on Venmo tonight, man?
I think Aliana Bastani is going to be on tonight.
Ooh, good dude. He's moving and shaking. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff. He's producing stuff. He's getting a lot moving around.
Yeah, so if you want to bump in on that show tonight, if you're available, just call me up on Skype.
I very well might. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight, which we'll see if I get done after drinking 2 of these things. But this is good news I can share with you at the end of the show. Me and Bill wrote that book, and we were waiting for James Altucher, New York Times bestselling author, to write the foreword. He finally got the foreword over to us today. It's been like 6 months of us waiting, and he got it over. I mean, he's a busy man. I'm not angry about him taking that much time, and so I'm excited because that means that book can finally finish, and we can move that forward. So I got to work on that this evening, but. I'll keep an eye out for where you're on. I'd love to join and talk with you and Ali.
Yeah, that's great. And we could talk more about that too. That's so exciting.
It's pretty cool, dude. Hopefully things are working out, even though we're all in our closets.
We're all trapped in the closet.
We're all trapped in the closet.
And we're in quarantine.
Oh my gosh. By the way, Mackenzie Rivers just said Lancey Joe on Venmo is a must-watch broadcast. I would agree. I think that's great. Mackenzie she's doing great things over here, and by she I mean he check it out.
Yeah, Mackenzie's is a great guy, and thanks for the plug, Mackenzie, and thank you, Brendon. I'll see you soon tomorrow.
Yeah, dude, I will see you. Take it easy. Be well.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.
Whoa, there we go.